Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Game Arena Collegiate LAN. My name is Epiphany, and I'm joined by my main man, Mr. Mattman. He's got the new haircut on him, looking good today. And everybody, we have 2 days of amazing collegiate action ahead of us, and Matt, I'm excited to get this underway.
Brother, I cannot be more excited. You know, we got March Madness going on. Now we got March Madness going on in the CoD scene as well here in beautiful Columbus, Ohio. Man, Epiphany, we got a bunch of amazing teams coming out for this LAN, ready to compete, ready to throw down. Hey, man, I cannot wait to just get this first match underway, man. And we feel like we've been locked back there forever, man, just waiting to go. And I know these players feel the same way.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we've got a big schedule ahead of us as well. Lots of matches to check out today. With us, the first three are going to be St. Clair versus Baldwin for this first one. And so that'll be an interesting match we can talk about here. But Newberry Esports in Ohio, then going to be later on. Baldwin again versus Western. We're going to be going all the way till 5:15 today. And then tomorrow, kind of the same story. We got grand finals going till 5:30. To 6:45 around that area. So definitely going to be a long day. Going to be some interesting matches ahead of us. But yeah, pools today. We got the bracket tomorrow. So going to be good.
Yeah, man, and like you said, a lot of interesting matchups happening in this bracket. You know, throwing it to our first one, hopping in with Baldwin Wallace taking on St. Clair. And, you know, a lot of people look at this. It might be a bit of a mixed match on paper, a mismatch, if you will. But hey, man, we know a lot of the players over there. Our boy Kamwa, you know, playing for Baldwin Wallace, you know, really hoping to push the Yellow Jackets over the big hump that is St. Clair's. I mean, one of the best teams coming into this, ranked number 6 nationally in the College CoD League. They're 9-1. Man, they've been on a tear, 3-0ing teams from everywhere, man, and they're kind of the Toronto Ultra, if you will, of this group, being from Canada. You know what I mean? They got to represent the Canadian side up there, and I mean, I know a lot of guys are kind of betting on this team to be their winning team, and I mean, you can see why, man. 9-1 is no record to scoff at, man. That's really impressive, and like I said, 3-0 Michigan and a couple of other teams as well. Coming into this one, you know, they're going up against Baldwin Wallace, that Division II team, 5-4, not the greatest, you know, set of storylines that we want to see from that team, but hey, when you got Kamwa, Matty Meltz, guys like that caliber on that team, they can really show up, and I think that they really have a chance to pull off this upset here. And remember, it is only pool play. You do want to do well, though, to secure yourself a nice spot, maybe even a bye for that bracket tomorrow, because you do not want to see yourself starting off in that loser's run.
No, exactly, you do not. And you know, when you look at St. Clair and the way that they are slated in this matchup, you're completely right as well that they are slated to win in many different regards, 9-1. But you also look at the CCL LAN top 8 that they had, which of course that's a big deal because you're competing against some of the very, very best. And you know, this is a D1 roster here in the Midwest, so definitely a team to reckon with. And you know, you look at the side of Baldwin, a D2 team, so that kind of matchup just definitely maybe uneven in some regards. On the other hand, though, definitely potential for an upset. Baldwin, they have done very well still. They are at that positive pool record, at that positive overall record in the CCL, so we'll see if they're able to overcome them in this matchup. I think there's definitely possibility, though, as you said, in order for something interesting to happen.
Yeah, and you also have to look at kind of sort of the caliber of players that are on Baldwin Wallace. Yes, they may be a Division II college, but, you know, going with the likes of Kamwa, this has been a guy that has played for those big teams in challengers, going up against those Minnesota Rocker Academies, those LAG Academies, Decimate Gaming, even having to go up against Ghosty at a couple of LANs who we know now is on Optic. And that's just a crazy amount of competition, and, you know, to have under your belt for Kamwa and that experience bringing that into this game is going to be a lot of something that I think they're going to have to rely on and build around if they want a chance to, you know, pull off this upset.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to completely rely on that confidence. If you don't, it's going to be very difficult in order to try and pull this one away because you're playing against a team that is so well seasoned when it comes to the strategy department. When it comes to the overall gameplay, they are obviously on a level where they feel comfortable going into this matchup. So you're going to have to really kind of find a way to supersede that comfort and get above that line in order to get something going. But I believe we're going to check out our maps and modes here soon. Definitely going to be interesting to see what we got ahead of us here in this best of 3. It's going to be a Fortress Hotel Fortress. And well, I gotta tell you, Fortress might be on the chopping block here soon, but not quite yet for Control. So Gonna be that fortress sandwich with hotel in the middle. And Matt, why don't you tell me about this map set?
I mean, this map set has got me kind of surprised. I don't know what to expect coming out of this. I mean, Fortress Hardpoint, Fortress Control, both of our respawn picks being Fortress, we know how mixy that can get, and we know how awful Fortress Control is. Like you said, it might be out of the pool soon, but not quite yet, and it is here to make a little bit of a, a lasting impression on us here. And I will say, though, that is Bob Wallace's pick. They get the last two picks. They get that S&D pick where they pick Hotel, and then they do pick that Fortress Control. So really interesting picks there coming out of them. I'm going to be really excited to see what happens as we head into that Fortress Control. If we do make it, if this is a quick 2-0, we won't even see that Fortress Control Epiphany. So we'll have to see, but we are at first going to see this Fortress Hardpoint, and for me, Epiphany, it's all about the SMGs. Subs get dubs. I've heard many people say it before. It's a quote I love to keep in the back pocket, and it's true, man. On this map, your subs absolutely do have the power to change the map in Epiphany. I think we are about to head underway.
Yeah, about to head underway. We currently don't have the feed, but before we get into this one, I will say, there we go, all good. I was just gonna say, I think St. Clair, it's all about a good, strong start, and early off the bat, well, that's proving to be true. Already on P1 they go. Polly, though, trying to find his way through the backside. No dice on that one. He's gonna get taken down. St. Clair, though, good time here on P1. Right now, though, as we know, Matt, all about securing those P2 spawns to try to string those hills together, get that time margin going ever so in your favor. And now St. Clair, already just trying to play things careful here towards P2, but Pauline trying to be the thorn in the side, make things a little bit more difficult. We'll see how it goes, as it's going to be up to them right now to try to find something here off the bat here on that rotation. You can look at number 5 towards the backside, trying to play his life. Maddie as well. Looking to put in the shots over towards P2. So far, so good. The time ticking in their favor. We'll see if St. Clair's going to find a way to get the break.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, started off with a difficulty on my end here, but it was all about these P2 spawns, and Baldwin did do a really good job at securing this, and now finding a really good job at getting in the kill feed. 38 seconds to go, but now you see the kill feed lighting up green. That's Bindi again. This guy's 8-1 right now. Was 8-0 before I just looked up at that. St. Clair, though, with a beautiful, beautiful start. 30 seconds left on this hard point, and you know that they're already thinking about that rotation, but look at your mini-map down there. Big gunfight between 6 and 1. This is going to be Conwa if he can get this gunfight. On to Bindi. Bindi gets the kill, man. This guy is insane, Epiphany. 10-1. Seems like he cannot be stopped, as the St. Clair Saints right now absolutely throwing Baldwin Wallace around.
Yeah, one of the quickest starts that I've seen, at least on Fortress Control, or really any map for the most part. That's definitely one way to kick off a series, but still Baldwin Wallace, they try to get that rotation, but quickly, such rotation breaking down. St. Clair, they are into the point now. They are looking good for the time, as the Saints look to lock this one in, really extend that lead. It's going to be up to Blaz now towards the top side, green, to keep the solid defense up. This is one of the hardest hills to break in the game. Baldwin Wallace, they're going to have to play their kills careful here, as continuously every time they try to break on in, denied entry. As St. Clair Saints, they are going to get that last 20. Baldwin going to opt for the rotation to P4.
Yeah, but the problem is, look at 7 and 8 already wrapping around this backside. I'm not sure if Baldwin Wallace has picked this up. Probably going to try to find one right there. Does find it onto Reels. So that will be a good rotational kill, but Epiphany 108-30 right now and counting for the St. Clair Saints. And yes, right now Baldwin Wallace do have some good rotations right here. They will have the setup for P4, but can they hold it? And that's been the question. Right now, you're looking at this scoreboard, Polyester 1-11. You've got to pick that up. And on the other side, Bindi is 14-2 right now. It has been an absolutely perfect start for the side of the St. Clair Saints, and right now they just continue.
The spree, the killing spree, it moves onward as St. Clair Saints, they continue to find the kills that they need to lock this one down. Bendy 15-3 off the bat here as Brandon continues to slay out towards the middle of the map, and so far St. Clair, they find a way to break each and every time. That's going to allow them to really extend that margin here. About to get a 100-point lead if it goes a bit over this 30 mark. Need a good 13 points to do so, and Bendy continuously on the point, making sure that it is going to be ever more difficult for Baldwin Wallace to find a break on in as he continues to lay out the body bags. He does get dropped himself, but still 5 seconds for Baldwin. Not going to be that profitable. It's going to be all about that rotation, where St. Clair Saints, they're already finding the kills.
I mean, they're just finding everything right now, man. They're finding the time. They're finding the rotation. They're finding the kills. Bindi is 17. Make it 18 and 4 right now. He does go down there to Kamwa, seemingly the only man who can do anything for this Baldwin Wallace squad. 10 and 11 to his name right now. But right now, St. Clair, 148 to 49. 100 points up. That's another 3 dead in the feed. Vacant hill time as of right now, but St. Clair is doing everything and anything that they want on the map. This might be the few more kills for Bindi. He does go down, and that will be Baldwin Wallace on the time. And as soon as I say that, green in the kill feed, 3 more dead. Polyester, the last one up to do something. He goes down as well. And now St. Clair going to get that last bit of scrap time as Baldwin Wallace going to try to hit this rotation over. And you know you got to hold for these P2 spawns as well as get the time. And right now the hard part for Baldwin Wallace is they're down so much so early they can't afford to give up any free time to St. Clair. And right now they just can't do anything.
No, they can't do anything at all. St. Clair Saints, so far so good. Time ticking in their favor on this P1. And Blast slaying out towards the backside. Gonna make sure to rat out any pests who might be trying to find their way through the back. Get those spawns locked in. So St. Clair Saints, this is already a good start over towards this second set as Brandon trying towards the top side. Bendy, of course, the man of the hour, already on the point, already finding the kills. More time to continue to dwindle away as green flows through the kill feed. This is going to be Baldwin Wallace trying to find their way out of the blender here on Bagra, as they just cannot find any point of entry, no gap in the defense. A difficult task to find your way out of this one, as the 200-point mark is officially going to be crossed by St. Clair Saints. A 150-point lead, a blowout here in game number 1.
I mean, Bindi goes on another 5 spree there. I feel like I've seen that little notification pop up about 17 times. He's 24 and 8 right now. I will say here, Baldwin Wallace is finding some good kills. They do find their way onto this P2 hill. It was one of the only hills that they actually found success on through the first set of rotations, and now looking to maybe lock in some much needed time here. 35 seconds left to go on the hill. Cruise missile comes in, but it is negated by the trophy system. So right now, it will be Baldwin Wallace. They're getting a little bit of this time, but Brandon comes in and absolutely melts 2 of them. Relays with another one, and now St. Clair absolutely taking over this hard point. Bindi already on the rotation, 24 and 9. 13 seconds left on this hill, going over to P3. Like you said in the first set of rotations, one of the hardest hills to break. And right now they have to figure out a way to lock this hill down if you're Baldwin Wallace. Big kill in the back here. Bindi's gonna take him down onto Matty Melts. Now he finds his way onto the point. 56 seconds left on the hard point, but they only need 25, and Relays is just popping off. Oh my goodness, all of St. Clair Saints shredding through Baldwin Wallace like wet paper right now. This is a thrashing, this is a blowout, and this is all gonna be over. St. Clair Saints 250 to 74, and Baldwin Wallace, welcome to the 100-point club.
A stomping of a game number 1. It is not a scoreline on your screen that you want to see if you're Baldwin Wallace, because that is a rough showing here to start the series out. And you know, next up on the board, of course, S&D, you slow things down. Maybe that's your game, but I mean, you look at players like Cora and Polly, you need to turn up. 9 and 26, 8 and 25. You just got to find something on the map here, as Kanwa trying to do everything that he can for this team, but of course can't just do it all. So at this point, I mean, it is really just all about that teamwork, getting on the same wavelength. Otherwise, it's going to be a rough story and a rough showing moving forward.
Yeah, and I mean, especially when you go to the fact of Relays was 32 and 10, and Bindi was 25 and 9. I mean, what do you do there? Those are insane stat lines out of those two. I mean, I saw Relays with 29 non-traded kills. That is something you just do not see often. And as well, looking back at that leaderboard, you saw it with Bindi with 29 traded kills. That is 49 non-traded kills between the two of them right there. That can just not happen, especially on a map as heavy as Fortress Hardpoint, excuse me, where the rotations are so heavy and the kills are so heavy. It's so easy to get in there and start getting mixy. And I thought that the subs were going to get the dubs, but Bindi with that scar, man, he looked unstoppable there through the first half of that match. I think he started, what, like 8-0, and then he was 14-2. It was absolutely crazy stat lines out of the St. Clair Saints in that one. And honestly, you can see why that they are ranked the number 6 team in the CCL, why they are 9-1, and why this has been such a dominant team.
Yeah, I mean, you can see why it also happened too when you look at those hills and the way the breaks happened. St. Clair, any time that they needed to, they found a way to get into the hill. They found the kills. They got the spawns. They were on top of things. Time and time again, no gaps left in the defense there where you could find your way through. So, Baldwin, I mean, right now, I think it's all about figuring out how are you going to get those first bloods? How are you going to start things off a bit stronger? Because if you're not going to find those kills later on in the round, then, I mean, I don't really know what to say, because at this point, it's just a rough set of gunfights for them as well. They can't find those wins on the hill. You look at those KDs. It's not even fully a matter of just finding your way through the map. It's also a matter of winning the gunfights off the bat, because otherwise it's just going to be difficult to get through to anywhere.
Absolutely, and like you said, I mean, you said it perfectly. You got to win your gunfights, man. I mean, we've seen stat lines like 8-25. That cannot happen, especially on a map where the kills matter as much as they do on Fortress. And now we're gonna be heading in to Baldwin Wallace's pick here. Now it's S&D, map 2, hotel, and like you said, they've got to find a way to get those first bloods, but they have got to find a way, Epiphany, to win this map outright, because if they don't, this is going to be quick, man. This is a best of 3. This is pool play. You don't want to lose your first match 2-0 off the bat, and right now, Baldwin Wallace finds themselves definitely up against the wall right here against the St. Clair Saints. What do you think they have to do right here to find success in this map? Because, I mean, obviously, that first map, you got to put it out of your head, 250-74. You got to just put that one in the back. We'll look at it later. We're still in this series. We win this map, and then you're back on Fortress for what was Baldwin Wallace's pick, and we know how mixy of a map that can be. That is a map that if you're a team that's trying to pull off an upset, it's not a bad map to pick, because you know you will have such a good advantage on the defensive side, and it actually gives you, I think personally, the best chance to win when you're going up against a team that you might know might be a little bit more skilled on the sticks, might have a little bit better of a roster. You want to get those maps. You want to make it mixy. You want to get different with it. But I don't know if that's going to be the case in this one, seeing as how they just got outslayed that badly in the first Respawn map.
Yeah, you know, I think when you're going into a map like this and you see the way that you just played, I would not be confident. But on the other hand, it's like, well, you got to put it behind you, got to find a way to put it on the back end, because at this point, I think right now, as I was saying, it's all about those gunfights, and those gunfights, they're really going to transform into your direction. If you are able to get that first blood, you need to find a way to play things a bit slower, a bit more careful. We'll see how that goes as we load into some hotel S&D. Maybe the conclusion to our short series of St. Clair Saints take this one away, or possibly Baldwin Wallace to get one on the board. The story starts here as a B push off the bat comes through.
Well, not a complete reverse sweep, as you'd say, but a reverse sweep indeed needed.
Mini reverse sweep.
Yeah, the reverse sweep light, if you will. And Blaz, though, is about to run into nothing light. All 4 players from Baldwin Wallace sitting here in this restaurant. They've got a 4-top reservation, just looking to see what they want to do with it. Let's see what Blaz has to cook up for him here in this kitchen right now. Nothing doing on the map just yet. Baldwin Wallace seems to be okay, but look at your mini-map here. The reinforcements have come in for Blaz here. The St. Clair Saints have 3 players ready for this B site, and they do have number 5, and I believe that's Bindi hanging out by himself on A side. Here we go. Chowser in combo with a dive, and the first blood coming in. Shots are coming in everywhere. We cannot see the map again. And there we go. Sorry, we're having a little bit of trouble over here. Technical difficulties. Can't see the maps. But a 3v2 nonetheless, Epiphany, and already 16 seconds left. They've got to get this bomb planted.
Yeah, and a quick realization from the Saints as well to rotate over towards that B site. They do find some of the kills as well. Bendy, of course, looking to continue the rampage from last map. We'll see if he's able to find more, but Relay's able to find the next one. That's the second as well. Literally shotguns him with the Vaznev. No luck there for Baldwin Wallace as they make a decisive B push. You would think that that would work well for them first round, but they aren't quick enough. They don't find the kills. And that's how things crumble. St. Clair Saints as well. Well played. You get that rotation over. You find the kills. You get relays to go absolutely hog wild. That's how you open up a strong S&D.
I mean, absolutely, dude. They are playing beautifully, and I love the quick rotation. Like you said, they realized it so quick, had the full rotation over to that B site, and a beautiful retake there. And it doesn't hurt when the Vaz is shooting shotgun shells like that. I will say those are some crazy fast kills out of Relaz right there. And now heading over to this A side is going to be a quick one, and Hanwha's here to take heads off, and the nade as well from Matty Melts. That is exactly what the doctor ordered up for Baldwin Wallace right there. And now they find themselves in a nice 4v2 life advantage on the defense. They have to plant the bomb. Baldwin Wallace is sitting pretty right now.
Hanwha, sniper in hand. We know what this guy can do. We'll see if he's able to find the kill, though. 2-1 right now on the board, trying to do it all for Baldwin Wallace. That's Core as well, sitting towards couches. You got 48 seconds to make a move here. Decisions looking to be made. You do have that man advantage, so play with some confidence. Otherwise, maybe a bit of trouble will come to you from the two players that are left on that map. As Matty Melts looking to scout out the bomb here, make sure that Brandon not gonna find anything, and well, that is, speak of the devil, able to be a sniper kill for him. Hanwha is going to drop. Now Cora trying to find an answer onto Relays. Brandon as well making the push on towards the bomb. Matty Melts though able to take care of him. Here's Relays towards the front side of couches, and that is gonna be no dice there in that gunfight. It's gonna be one for Baldwin Wallace.
That's exactly what they needed, right, man? They find some kills. They get a few more players involved than just Hanwha. You know, he does open the round up beautifully with that snipe. But nonetheless, Baldwin Wallace a very, very good round and a really good opening two-piece right there. That's going to be what they have to do. And I mean, that's what you said their key to success was going to be before the game, man. It's those first bloods. They have to find a way to get that life advantage very, very early in these rounds to give themselves a chance against a team like the St. Clair Saints, man. Gonna be able to see what Baldwin Wallace's plan of attack is here. It does look like they're gonna go to the A side. It looks like all four players from both teams are gonna be hitting this A side. Indy trying to throw a beautiful trophy right there. Blaz goes down to Polyester, and that's a beautiful first blood. And already, Hanwha flying through the bottom bed here. Deddy popped. And Epiphany, he might be able to make a really, really good play. Oh, he sees him. I don't think Relay saw him. Hanwha, Deddy popped. Beautiful plays here. Scoots him right in the back. Bindi does find a kill on the other side of the map to make this a 3v2, but still Baldwin Wallace finds themselves with the advantage right here.
Man advantage, Baldwin Wallace. Bindi now towards the backside, an opportune moment. No, but the timing is not there, but you didn't get spotted just yet. Oh! You're able to find one. The second on the bomb taken care of the same. St. Clair Saints. Another round on the board for them because of an amazing pinch coming through Spa here from Bendy. The guy, like I said, who was on a rampage last map, now looking to continue the chaos.
4-1 to start out this map. Bindi, the man of the hour and the man of this team right here, definitely got to be the MVP for this side of the St. Clair Saints, man. On a 3 streak right here, we could be looking to get a cruise missile here soon, knowing this guy. I mean, if he gets hot, you might be able to kiss this series goodbye, man. They cannot let Bindi start to go on another heater like he did before. It looks like it's going to be another A hit. They have a lot of map control already from the St. Clair Saints. I don't like this kind of passive pressure from Baldwin Wallace here. They seem to be waiting for the St. Clair Saints to just push up here. And Hanwha, I think, just got the worst CoD timing I've ever seen. Not going to spot that player. The bomb, though, in bottom bed right now. I don't exactly know what Brandon's doing, and now he finds himself a little trapped here as Hanwha now has the bomb trapped, but I don't think that they necessarily know how good of a position that they have themselves in right now.
A good position to make a move. We'll see if that's going to be profitable for them as Brandon is able to find one. St. Clair Saints, man advantage, of course, and Polyester. We'll see if he's able to find something. The doorway. Blaz as well pre-aiming it. Poly might have just gotten the god timing if he's able to peek it, but Bendy as well with the sniper. Looking to put in the work. Blaz looking to find his first as well. A nice gunfight win for St. Clair Saints. As now the next one looking to fall, but no, Core and Hanwha, they go big. They find two of their own. The 2 versus 2, the bomb is down though as well, so St. Clair Saints, that's an advantage for them, but suddenly now at the disadvantage, a 1 versus 2 now for Relays, as Conwa's looking to rat out where he might be. It's a 1 versus 1, Conwa, can you do it? It's all about the win, there it is, 27 on the board for the defuse, and Conwa 6 and 3, definitely putting in the work for Baldwin Wallace.
And a few crouches as well right there. And we know what that means. Conwa's feeling himself right now. A beautiful 1v1 gunfight there against a very tough opponent, Relays. We've seen what he's been able to do through this series so far, but you gotta love the confidence out of Conwa right there, just waiting for the chow. Takes it beautifully and finds the shots. Like you said, 6 and 3 starting out for him on the 3 streak as well. And he's just got to find some help, right? I mean, it's Conwa again, 6 total kills, and the rest of Baldwin Wallace between Polyester, Matamelts, and Cora. 6 kills themselves, so you gotta find some way to be able to help Conwa in these situations. Still 2-2 right now, a very manageable game. And I like this hit. I like this hit a lot. No one home at the B site right now. If they can just rush and put it on, Matty Melts is gonna go ahead and just put some shots down there. But St. Clair Saints is realizing that there is no one on this side of the map. They have got to start hitting a rotate here. But here it comes, and it's coming fast.
The push on its way, St. Clair Saints. Looking to find that defensive presence as stuns and nades go out. Cora spotted, Relays. He was the guy to go wild on this site before. Can he do it again? Brandon, the first one with a nade, but no, Relays is able to get the team kill onto Bendy. That's a dagger, but you shoot one through the window to compensate. It's a 1 versus 1. Blaze on the site, Blaze on the ground. That's going to be Baldwin Wallace with the clutch up.
And if Baldwin Wallace ends up winning this SMD, this is going to be a round that they are going to go back and look at, man. I mean, the nade kill coming through off the team kill.
Jeez.
And then the beautiful plays out of Polyester. Gonna have to go ahead and get our visual back right here, but a beautiful round from Baldwin Wallace. They get a little bit of a gift, but hey, they will take it here as they also take the lead now 3-2 in this S&D. Does look like the St. Clair Saints might be looking to implement a B hit here, but Baldwin Wallace with a nice spread of players here. Gonna have some, it's gonna be number 4. He's gonna be all by his lonesome here, as that this is a full hit through the freezer. It's starting to get chilly. Brandon comes in and takes out Conwa, and now the St. Clair Saints immediately with a bomb plant onto the B site.
4v3. St. Clair Saints trying to play this one careful here as they have the presence. Matty Melts knocked down the side door though. We'll see if he's able to find a way to burst his way in. Polyester, a close shave, but a kill comes through for him as Matty Melts gonna look the wrong direction. A 1 versus 3 now for Poly. Not an easy situation. You get pinched out. St. Clair Saints, they keep it competitive. They bring it to 3-3.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot you can do there for the side of Baldwin Wallace. You know, beautiful read out of Blast to come around, get set up a pinch. And Bendy coming in there moving. But I mean, right now, even though this is 3-3, it still feels like St. Clair just has that little bit of an advantage, right? You look at the kill feed, it's so much more evenly spread. 5, 6, 4, and 4 among the side of the St. Clair Saints. 3-3 still. And an interesting play right here. No one moving out of the spawn for Baldwin Wallace right now. I don't know if anybody told them, guys, but they're on the offense. But right now, not moving a muscle, maybe trying to play into the over-aggressiveness of the St. Clair Saints, but with such a good spread, they have all of the info, and they know that no one's pushing right now. So, interesting plays here. Everyone just seemingly crouch-walking across the map. And a slow push here, and now here comes the hit. Conwa going fast, jumping right through. He sees one bottom bed. That bomb is going to be able to go down onto the A side, but Relaz going to take it out, and that's not going to be the bomb plant. Now 38 seconds left in the round. They've got to find a way to get the bomb plant down a man as well. Not the position that they wanted to find themselves in here. Now 25 seconds left. Polyester looking to make a play. Conwa knows that there's one back there, not going to be able to see anybody, and Conwa might be getting pushed here in a second. Maybe he can get the kill. He does find the kill. That will be the bomb down as well. Now another kill comes their way. Now into a 2v2. Things absolutely turned on their heads here in round 7. Nade right onto Matty Melts. Doesn't kill him. Saved by the desk. And Bindi finds one onto Kamwa. Now all on to Matty Melts. They know where he is, and they will be able to find the kill. St. Clair Saints will take the lead here in round 7, making it 4-3 as we head in to round 8. And Epiphany, that is such a big round from the St. Clair Saints.
A big round from St. Clair Saints. Now they get themselves at that 4-3 mark, of course, within 2 of closing things out. Getting that defused now is Bendy, currently sitting at 7-2. An absolutely star-studded player to take a look at in this matchup. Been firing on all cylinders in this one, from the hard point to the search and destroy now. As Baldwin Wallace, they're going to find a way to get things back on the board here. It's going to be a 4-4 if they're able to find this round, of course, so we'll see if they're able to do it. But looking across the KDs, Conwa 8-6, definitely the guy to look at on that squad. Over in that department, he's definitely putting in the work to try to keep them alive and afloat here in this map. As now we head on towards the next round.
Yeah, man, and Bindi is 7-2 right now. He's died 11 times throughout this series so far. That's
insane.
That is an incredible stat line. I mean, he drops 25 in the first one, 7 in this one. Blaz is going to go ahead and find that one onto Matty Melts, and St. Clair Saints.
Oh no.
With the bomb planted, the kills coming their way. Kamwa does find one back onto Blaz, but immediately traded, and now all on Polyester in the 1v3. Finds the first.
Hey, that's the first.
The
no,
mantle
the mantle
absolutely sells him. Oh, you hate to see that. He
Tough
had him
scenes.
dead to rights. He had him absolutely dead to rights, and you know, I don't know if he's gonna turn around and find that third kill, but he definitely deserves that one. And the mantle takes him out right there. Relast finishes him off with the bullets. And now on to series point for the St. Clair Saints. Oh, Epiphany, that is such a tough one to watch.
Yeah, those are rough scenes right there. I mean, honestly, at that point, now you're down to 5-3. You gotta find a way to get 3 in a row. And as we know, a rough task indeed. St. Clair Saints pressure trying to mount here on the defense as they look to find the presence early on against Baldwin. Let's see if Baldwin's able to make a solid push here. Cora with that bomb in hand, trying to find an opportune position to plant in. Relays, though, the angle from top bed gonna be useful. As now as well, you gotta worry about the pinch. Conwa there to take you down. It's a 1-on-1 kill now. So it's a 3 versus 3. The trades are solid for Baldwin as Conwa working his way through topside bed. Dead silence popped, but quickly dwindling away as St. Clair Saints, they're still looking to make their presence known, but Matty trying to keep this one alive.
Yeah, and they have 38 seconds to work with. That bomb is kind of trapped back there, though. I don't think that St. Clair knows they have bomb down right now. Blaz just holding this mid position. 27 seconds left now. Matty Melts goes down. Kamwa might be the next. Blaz shots in, but he's not going to take him out. And Kamwa's the only thing that stands between St. Clair and winning this series. Blaz, the Chow takes him out, and St. Clair Saints absolutely perfect in their first game of the group stage.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what we were expecting going into this matchup, right? St. Clair Saints slated to be better, right? D1 versus a D2 team, but Conwa trying to put up a good fight here. Blaz as well, the last one to put in the shots, 8-6 out of him. And then you look at the 8-4. I mean, overall, great across the board from these guys as they're going to comfortably close that one out as Baldwin Wallace going to drop down in there. St. Clair Saints, a great game for them as now they're going to move to a solid 1-0 in the pools here today. You know, I think St. Clair Saints overall, good gameplay. I think there's some mistakes that they did make there. We'll see if another team's going to be able to take advantage of it. But, you know, this is something interesting, Matt. I haven't done one of these on LAN. It's going to be a player interview that we've got coming up, actually, with one of the players for St. Clair Saints. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, really hoping we could get Bindi in here, man. I mean, I counted it up. He dies 4 times in the S&D. He dies 8 times in the hard point. He only dies a total of 12 total times throughout those 2 games, dropping 33 kills. I mean, what an absolute crazy KD right there, over a 2. And I mean, he's absolutely fried that series, right? I
Yeah.
did agree. They made a few mistakes that I think that other and better teams could capitalize on, but also you have to remember, I mean, you're St. Clair Saints, you do have that edge on you. You are the #1 team coming into this. You're #6 ranked nationally, 9-1. You've only lost 1 match all season long, and going up against a Division 2 team in a best of 3, I don't think that they were sweating it this much. I think maybe just, hey guys, let's go in there, let's get the gunnies hot, let's start this LAN off right, put this D2 team away. And I mean, honestly, 250 to 74 in the hard point, and then a tough, 6-3 back and forth S&D where they, it goes 3-3. But remember, they were down 3-2 in that, and then win 4 rounds in a row to close out that
Hey
series.
guys, what's
So
up?
I think it's when they
What's
turn
up,
it
guys?
on,
Hey,
the St. Clair
Blasey,
Saints
what's up?
really do, show why
Yeah,
they're
I can hear
better than a
myself.
lot of these teams here.
Okay, perfect.
For sure, yeah. So I think, you
Should I
look
here or
overall
the
at the, star players in this matchup. You look at Bendy, you look at these players absolutely going nuts. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
anyways, we are going to toss it to a quick break while we get this interview ready to go. But guys, don't go anywhere. Actually, never mind. Ready to go. We have an interview. Awesome. All good to go. Let's check it out. So I don't know who we have with us right now. I believe it might be it's Blaze. Hey, Blaz. Is it Blaz or Blaze? I don't know, but
it's Blaz. It's Blaz. A lot of people
Blaz,
get it as
Blaz.
Blaze.
Awesome.
I don't blame you.
There's no E. There's no E, so it
Yeah,
makes
there's no
sense.
E.
But hey, all right. So Blaz, obviously a very good start here to your day. You're able to get that solid win on the board here. A D1 team. You guys are coming into this one feeling strong, feeling good. I kind of want to ask. You're primed to be in a good position. How do you do it? How do you find that kind of good initial start here today?
Well, I feel like we already have our setups. We know what we're supposed to be doing. We know how everybody's supposed to be playing. So we just want to do what we do, run our game, and make sure no one's out of place.
Mm-hmm. What do you got, Matt?
Yeah, man, and Blaz, I mean, it looked like kind of an easy series for you guys, going into this one. Were you guys more, really serious, 100% locked in, or was it more kind of, hey, let's just go out there, get the gunnies hot, and get a good start to this LAN? It's going to be a long day, you guys got the pools coming up, and then bracket play, obviously, tomorrow. Was there any really, try hard, or was it kind of feeling easy on the first round today?
No, we're going hard. We're going hard today. We're going hard tomorrow. We want to win it. We want to bring back the trophy. So, yeah, we're just playing to win.
Love that,
Awesome.
man. And it seems, just one more question for you, man. It seems like you guys have, your roles really set out. And I was wondering, do you guys have those certain slayers on the team and then more role guys? Or do you guys kind of go back and forth between which guy's going to have the slay round this game, which guy's going to be our rotate guy? Do you guys kind of do all the jobs, or are you guys kind of more specifically into roles? Because we saw a couple of players from you guys today have absolutely insanity on KDs.
I feel like we all have our moments to pop off. Anybody could have their moment. But in terms of roles, we all have an idea of what we want to do. And it's more just situational. Whatever's happening on the map, we just adapt and we go from there.
For sure. Yeah, I think overall you guys played super, super well. Congrats on the first win of the day. Curious to see how you guys do moving forward, but thank you so much for the interview, Blaz. Matt, I think it's time to toss it to a break while we get our next match started and ready to go. But guys, it has been a good first one. We've got many, many more for you guys, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys in a bit.